One quiet, starry night, Tom the cat and Jerry the mouse found themselves wandering the empty streets of the town. They had been chasing each other, as usual, when something caught their eye, a glowing sign that read, "Mr. Magico's Magical Toy Store." The store was closed, but the lights inside flickered mysteriously. Tom and Jerry, curious as ever, decided to sneak in through a slightly open window. As they tumbled inside, they landed on a soft pile of stuffed animals. The store was enormous, filled with shelves of toys, colorful trains, remote-controlled cars, and even a giant dollhouse. But something felt different. The air was electric, and the toys seemed to shimmer under the moonlight. Suddenly, a loud click echoed through the store. Tom and Jerry froze. One by one, the toys began to move. A group of teddy bears rolled off the shelves, giggling as they tumbled toward the duo. A fleet of toy cars revved their engines and zoomed across the floor, chasing Tom and Jerry. A toy train whistled and chugged along its tracks, but then it jumped off the rails and started racing around the store. Tom and Jerry looked at each other in shock. "What's going on?" squeaked Jerry. Tom, trying to act brave, puffed out his chest. "Don't worry, Jerry. We'll figure this out." The two friends dodged the rolling teddy bears and leaped over the speeding cars. They climbed onto a shelf to catch their breath, but the toys weren't done yet. A group of action figures swung down from the ceiling on strings, pretending to be superheroes. A jack-in-the-box popped open, startling Tom so much that he jumped into a pile of building blocks. Jerry pointed to a glowing golden key hanging from the ceiling. "Look, Tom, maybe that key can stop all this madness." Tom nodded, and they made a plan to reach it. Their first challenge was the toy train, which was now circling the store like a wild roller coaster. Tom and Jerry hopped onto the train as it passed by, holding on for dear life. The train sped through tunnels made of stacked books and loops made of hula hoops. Jerry managed to grab a string hanging from the ceiling and swung toward the key, but a group of wind-up birds flapped their wings and knocked him off course. Meanwhile, Tom had an idea. He grabbed a remote control from a shelf and started operating a toy helicopter. He flew it toward the key, but the action figures jumped onto the helicopter and tried to steer it away. Jerry, quick as ever, climbed onto a toy rocket and launched himself toward the key. He grabbed it just as the rocket crashed into a pile of pillows. With the key in hand, Tom and Jerry rushed to a large, ornate music box in the center of the store. They inserted the key and turned it. A beautiful melody filled the air, and one by one, the toys slowed down and returned to their places. The teddy bears stopped rolling, the cars parked themselves, and the train hopped back onto its tracks. Tom and Jerry sighed in relief. But just as they thought their adventure was over, they heard footsteps outside the store. It was Mr. Magico, the store owner. Thinking quickly, Jerry grabbed a broom and started sweeping up the mess while Tom used his tail to dust the shelves. When Mr. Magico opened the door, he found the store spotless and the toys neatly arranged.